ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Sao Paulo E-Prix. Here we have the exciting qualifying coming up of Group A. Group B will also be taking place, but we are currently not streaming that, and I have no update on Group B for you. But as I already know, Group A will be going very shortly, and Yusuke also filling in for the Porsche NXL team here in Seoul E-Prix, so he'll be doing the qualifying for, I don't know who he is filling in for, but I believe it might be Aviation Chad he is filling in for, but obviously he is probably the fastest driver in FE1 at the moment. Well, he's not at the moment, but a faster driver in FE1, and just didn't sign on a main seat this season because he wanted to stay behind, a little just behind the scenes now here. So we just wait for the lights to go on, and now that 8 minutes of qualifying comes underway. So this reminder, just a little reminder for the qualifying situation, is all the drivers participate in Group A and Group B. The top 4 drivers in each group go through into the knockout stages, and the drivers in the knockout stages will go head-to-head in the quarterfinals throughout this moment in here. So the top driver from this qualifying in the top 4 will play against the person in 4th in the Group B. So I do not have any updates in Group B, but I can tell you. We also did see Ollie Game Pro get a little squirrely just on his outlap there. I think he hit the wall coming up this turn. This track is a very nice track. It's flowy with a hairpin, a long hairpin at the change, and there's drivers really like to really love this track. So it will be an exciting qualifying. Now drivers beginning their hot laps around here. So Noah Heat is the first to go into a hot lap as we see him coming around that first turn into that second turn. Gets a bit squirrely, then goes a little wider out to get a nice line into that the third turn, the first hairpin of the track. Now coming down here into a nice little braking at the 100-meter board, now into a tight chicane section, very similar to Monza's first chicane section, down into here. Quite a few runoff zones here on the track. Now coming into this tight left turn, in he comes, he gets a nice exit, doesn't hit the wall through there. Now onto that apex, it's a very nice apex through that under the Heineken bridge, coming down onto this back straight. Now it's a very long back straight into the left-hander, into the left-hander into the right-hander, coming out there, very nice, gets a little slidey on the exit. Now coming down that main straight, and it's gonna be a 1. So for Never Heated, that was a 101.2, and Super Striker goes provisional pole with a 105. Dolly Game Pro goes with a 105, and Super Striker just behind by 2 tenths. Also Nick will be coming to look across the line shortly, and he goes with a 105.5, so I think he had a mistake in the middle sector, 26.9, that's 5 seconds off the other drivers through here, so that would have been very close between him and Ollie Gamer Pro. Ollie Gamer Pro flying once again around this track. He goes better in the first sector for him. Now, that's also a purple for Yusuke, now coming into that back straight, now coming into that left-hander, into the right-hander, which will set him up for that main straight. Now coming down that main straight, he comes. Doesn't get squirrely on that exit through there. Now comes down that back straight. Yusuke crosses this line and goes to 59.6. So the first sub 1 minute lap time here. It is a 56.6 for that driver. For the driver of Porsche XL, he's obviously subbing in, so it's a very good drive from the reserve driver in this quali. Now Nick also comes to look across the line, trying to snatch that pole position off Yusuke. Will be a sub. Oh, it's so close to a sub sub 1 minute, but it's not a sub 1 minute, and he gets a bit squirrely and hits the wall there, and once again hits the wall again. Now Oligamer Pro getting a bit squirrely there and hits the corner. Super Striker now goes fastest in that first sector through here, and now side by side with Oligamer Pro coming down that back straight. Which is wonderful into this tricky right-hander, into another right-hander, so it's double right-hander there, and Oligamer Pro very much better exit through there, so we possibly very slow second sector for that driver. And yeah, he realises it's a slow second sector, and maybe the vision lag for the driver got a bit in the way for Oligamer Pro and both Super Striker, so he backs off a little bit. Now coming down that main straight, looking to get a better run on this lap, but he's showing the pace currently with a 17.1 through there, so he's doing a very good moment through here. Now Super Striker is a tricky one, so this and maybe the vision lag for this is a very good few laps from the drivers, and obviously the two reserve drivers, Yusuke and Super Striker, are both very fast around these and around this track and in these cars, so they can really show their pace around here and battle against the drivers. This is a very good top 5 drivers through here. It's going to be tricky to get in the top 4 here. Currently Super Striker though with the slowest time, 1:02, coming around that double right-hander is a 17.5 for the driver. I think that is VX Law, I'm not too sure. Now coming down that back straight into the left-hander, into the right-hander, very long little middle straight. In that chicane section, now coming down that back straight, it's a 75 first sector, 21.9 second sector, and in the first sector it's going to be a 21.7, so it's a 1:01.1 for that driver. Now he's pretty much the only one to not sorry, it's a 1:01.1, which is not going to beat his personal best lap time, so currently it's separated by a whopping 5 tenths in from pole position to Nick round here, but Nick is going faster now in that middle sector, coming slidey through there. Now coming down that main straight, it's a 17.4 first sector, 21.2 middle sector, and it's going to be a 59.7, so just a tenth separating them two drivers. Now battling for that pole position, that provisional pole, or that pole position in Group A at least, to get themselves against the 4th position in the second in the knockout stages. But currently I'd say Yasuka and Nick comfortably through, but also Ollie going a 21.4, which is a very good middle sector for the driver. 17.6 in the first sector, and it's going to be a 1:01.4. Oh, and you know what? Super Striker goes personal best there, but it's because Never Heated set that lap time first. He will go through currently, even though they set the same lap times. They will both go through at the same. They won't both go through. It will be Never Heated that goes through because he set that lap time first and before the driver of Super Striker. So now we see we're on board with Ollie coming round through that tight chicane section, coming down this straight, and it's not really a impressive first sector for the lap, so we'll come off board with him, but we come on board with Nick, who gets a bit slidey out of there, and it's he finishes that, which was a 59.883, which is showing a little bit more pace for the driver of Envision, the championship leader. Now coming through here, now dives into that tricky right-hander, into that left-hander, gets very close to the wall. That's difficult for the FE drivers to get right, but they get so close to the wall through there into that action. Now coming down this straight into a double right-hander, which puts them onto the back straight and sets them up for that chicane before the main straight. Now coming down here into a very good exit for the driver, very close to the wall again, showing absolute dominance through this lap. Now into the left-hander, now into the right-hander, comes out the right-hander. It's a 17.4, 21.1 in that middle sector, 17.4 in the first sector. Now he's come across that line shortly to set a... It's a 59.662. That's an identical lap times. Once again, here pole position is identical lap times for the pole position drivers. So once again, because Yasuka set that first, he will go through. He will go through on that first position with Nick behind him. Obviously, that is the identical lap time, but the drivers will have to decide that between the two, and obviously he'll go through first because he shows that pace just a little bit in front of him, and we move on. So and I'll take you on board with Never Heated. Never Heated is the championship rival of Nick, but I wouldn't even say Never Heated is the championship rival of Nick at the moment. It's more of his teammate Extendis, but Never Heated is also still there with the driver now 17.5 in that first sector. Now coming down this back straight into a double right-hander right at the end. He wants to get a good line into the first right-hander, gets a good line into that first right-hander, gets super close to that wall, and then close to the second wall there. Now gets a little sliding on the exit, now coming onto this straight before the chicane, which sets him up onto the main straight, and will finalise this lap out. It's a 21.7 in that middle sector, so that's not an amazing middle sector, and I don't think he will improve, but he comes out of that trickies and gets a little bit more sliding. Now he comes down that slice, and it's currently the drivers that will go through with just a little time remaining. Sorry, that is so currently the drivers that go through: Yasuka, Nick, Never Heated, and Ollie Gamer Pro go through here in the Sao Paulo E-Prix. As we now see the drivers come back into the pits, and we will be back momentarily when we come back to the group stages here in Sao Paulo. Apologies, I think I have my mic muted on stream. I do apologise for that. Now we see Never Heated coming out of his pits, and he gets a little slidey just coming out of his outlap there, and getting maybe a little bit too pushy from the driver on his outlap, which he doesn't really want to do from the driver. So it can get very tricky around here, and I think a lot of drivers can understand that, but around here everyone's so close, you have to be pitch perfect around this track, otherwise you can really lose a lot of time coming around here and coming around these few turns. So he now comes out of that left and then into a quick right hand. Some people like to put it close to the Monza chicane. It is very close to the Monza chicane coming out there. Now he comes into a double right hander where he'll be setting up. This is the moment where he really wants to get his focus to the max before he comes onto that left and to the right hander, and now onto the then into the main straight. This is the bit where he wants to clear his head and get that lap pitch perfect. Now gets a little slidey out that first turn, so he maybe lose a little speed onto that first straight, and he comes into that first straight, and now into the first two turns he gets it very cleanly done, and now he wants to take a tight line through here. Does take a tight line, very nice line through that hairpin. Now coming onto this straight, he'll break late into the left, into the right hander. So it's a left quick right hander, so right and then into a quick left hander here in this turn. Now he gets that very pitch perfect there, but didn't get as close as the wall as we've seen other drivers do. Now onto the back straight, he comes down that back straight. It is a 17.6 in that first sector, so not a bad first sector for the driver, but it's not the fastest we've seen through there. Now sector 2, he comes through sector 2, 21.6. That's a very good middle sector. It's not the fastest, but it's not the slowest we've seen, and he's on a very okay lap right now into that left hander. Now coming into that right hander, he gets a bit slidey out the first left hander, but he gets a bit slidey out of the second turn of that chicane. Now coming down that main straight, and it's going to be for the driver Never Heated out of that driver Mercedes EQ. It's a 1:06 for so 1 minute 0.6 for Never Heated. That's a very good lap for him. Now we go on board with Formula Racing into the double right hander. It's a 17.6, so it's 66 thousandths for the first driver. He's faster in that middle sector. Formula Racing is looking rapid around this track right now, and he's faster than Never Heated around here. Now going into that right hander, gets a bit slidey, and that could break his lap away, but he's determined. This driver is determined to get through to semi-final. To the semi-finals. Now he crosses the line, and it's a 1 minute 7, and that final sector just wasn't enough for him, and he got knocked out to Never Heated. Never Heated getting very lucky from the driver from Formula Racing, hitting the wall on that final turn, and he loses out just by a slim margin here. So Never Heated goes through to that semi-finals too. That's very close driving from the two drivers, and he was faster in that first two sectors, but he got caught out from Never Heated in that final sector. Very tough drive from Formula Racing, and he'll be gutted with himself now. It will be Nick. Apologies, Nick versus Alex Tong, both fast drivers, both been into the finals before, so it'll be very tough for these two drivers. And it should be a great drive from both of the drivers. Now Alex Tong leaves the pits. This driver has been on a masterclass in the last few races. He's just been rapid. He got to the finals in the last two races, but yet to get a pole out of the two finals. We'll be looking to get to the finals again and secure that pole position here around Sao Paulo. And like I said before, this track is pitch perfect. You have to get it exactly right around this track, and if he can do that, I believe Alex Tong could go through to that semi-finals too here around this track. And if we get a little outlap interview from Never Heated, if he wants to give us a little mini outlap interview, possibly he does, and we'll check if he does momentarily. But currently he comes into that double right hander, and he does very nicely, and this is the moment, like I said before, he needs to clear his mind. to get this lap pitch perfect. Nick is a very fast driver. He's very consistent, Nick, I'd say, and Alex Tong needs to set a wonderful lap to outpace him through here. Now he comes onto that main straight, gets a very nice few turns, setting himself up onto that main straight, and he comes across that line to start his outlap. Now into that first 2 turns, he comes and he doesn't hit the wall, but he goes sort of wide through there, and he's going to have a bad line into there, and it's not going to be great for the Porsche XL. An XL driver here. Now arming onto that straight is going to be into a quick right left through this Monza like chicane. Now coming into that swooping right hander, coming down this back straight. Now he has a double right hander to deal with into these turns with a 17.6 from the driver of Alex Dong, and the outlaps are faster than the laps the drivers are actually setting around here. It's 21.5 in that middle sector for Alex Tong, so he's improving very well from his outlap. Of course, that's what you want to do. Now coming through there, doesn't hit the wall. Very nice clean driving from the Porsche XL driver. Alex Tong now will be coming across that line to set a wonderful lap. 17.6 in the first sector, 21.5 in that middle sector. It's a 1.44 the driver of Porsche XL. Then we come on board with Nick as we see him coming down here into that back straight, into the tricky left hander, into and he. I'm a little confused.
Hello there.
Hold on, Navi. I'm a little confused, but Alex Tong goes through. Nick, thinking his outlap counts, and decided to bail on his lap. I'm just a little confused. What's going on? And
no, what is that bit? How that didn't count? Went faster anyway.
Sorry, we'll be back momentarily with the stream, and I just need to go speak to the FIA members.
I don't know why it's doing that.
What?
Shit, it's broken.
No.
It's literally one shot.
I'm stuck.
What?
The fire.
No, I need to fix it.
What? How is that allowed? What?
Well, I mean,
it's literally a one-shot collie.
I'm not even in the server. Can y'all like go argue somewhere else?
I said I allowed Benny Bunnies because his was slow anyways, so it wouldn't fucking matter. But it's happened. The only issue is also it happened to Ollie as well, because Ollie got her.
No, but I finished my normal lap. X10 is crashed.
We're just not gonna have a floor on this thing. Hopefully, so people don't die because of it.
What? I'm actually confused, man. That doesn't count. There's no way that counts. What? No, that can't count. What?
The void.
That's like me doing 2 laps. What? Wait, am I against? Who am I against? I better not be against this, you guys. I
Marco, I don't know how to fix it.
Hold on.
What? I don't want Nick's on. No, you're definitely through, Alex. There's no way. That's not.
Yeah,
Nick can't go through.
Josh is saying he was allowed. I don't know.
I said no. I said what do you call it was allowed. I said if anybody was allowed, it didn't fucking matter anyways. Because he was out.
I don't even know how I'm against. I hope I'm against them heated.
Yeah, Mark, I think we should permanently broken
the
line.
track. Like if you're going to different V6, just let's do it.
Bro, what?
The issue is someone. Why they've made a track where the outlap is as fast as the lap? I don't know.
FE1 coming out. Can't spell FE1 without the L. Got it. Easy. Bro, but Alex should go free for that. Nah, Alex definitely goes free. No way.
I said it counted for Benny Bunny because it didn't matter.
That's a dumbass fucking rule. Did Benny Bunny go through?
No.
When was this? When did Benny Bunny have this? Oh, his outlaps. Yeah, but that makes more sense because it's not a one-shot quality. That's an actual qualifying thing.
Let me hold on.
But what? The outlap should count because for him, in that circumstance,
What should they count?
not for Nick, but Benny Bunny, because he counted his outlap.
No, it wasn't. It was for erratic coin because he set a fucking 107 on his outlap, or 1017 on his outlap. It was like, why does it fucking matter anyway?
Yeah, that doesn't matter. He still lost. What? So that doesn't matter. He still would have lost anyway. But Nick was going to beat him, but went into the pit. Why would he not just finish his lap? Yeah, but that wasn't cleared before race briefing.
Because that wasn't.
There's no rule saying that your outlap counts as a normal lap. Yeah.
I say, like, if he's not joining, just put Alec through. Because what I'd say, I mean, I just said just count his lap anyways because it doesn't fucking matter. I didn't say explicitly. And then, well, you could argue the same for you, Ollie, with you setting up.
My outlap was quicker. No, my actual lap was quicker.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah,
it wasn't.
Yes,
It wasn't.
He crashed.
It was. Yes, it was.
Fuck, do I need to? You guys can fucking explain it in my DM. What sound? Fucking hell.
X Dennis crashed when he did his actual lap. I didn't.
What? Yeah, it is, but that's why erratic. Yeah. So my lap counts, but I don't go through. Yeah, I know, but when I was let me tell you something. When I was in general, we were talking about that erratically his outlap counted because he was faster. So that means that he would start a little bit further on the grid if someone was just about faster than the 1021 he said. So his outlap counted. That's what Yoshi said, and Yoshi's FIA as well. So I thought my outlap counts as well, but it doesn't because I won, of course. Fucking hell. I know it's one show, but it just doesn't make any sense. When I fucking was in FE3 with the FAA 5 minutes before I did my run.
If that is right, okay.
All I'm gonna say is I didn't get P5 bars right.
I mean, Shut up. Shut up.
What can I say?
Look, right. What I'm gonna say is, okay.
I did go through it. The semi-final. I mean the quarterfinal.
No.
Same.
Yeah, he just wants a semi-final because he won't beat me.
Well, if he's yeah.
Right. I'm not gonna lie to you,
Yeah,
I wouldn't be
exactly.
counting
Why do you
I was
think
gonna
I'm
say about
making
2
up
minutes,
that?
but- Right, if you were, where is it? Where the fuck's racing rules? Okay, right, because here's what I'd say. If you look at, right, I'll go through the queue up too. Ollie's at like actual one-shot qualifying lap was slower than Dennis's.
No, it wasn't.
No,
No, it wasn't.
Dennis Scott.
Dennis
Right.
crap.
Dennis crashed.
Wait, so was that his? Okay, that's fair then.
Dennis just
I
He
think
didn't.
that's
came in.
No, but okay, just let me explain how I think about it. So, Tezuka goes against Aratikoi. Aratikoi sets a fast outlap, fast for him then, because he didn't improve on the second run, or like his hot lap. But still, his outlap counted. That's what Josh said, and that's what I asked him. Does it count? So now I see that my outlap is faster, so I don't need to finish my lap, so we can save some time. Because time. Yeah. Why would we spend any time if I'm through anyways? So I drive into the pits, I'm not finishing my lap because my outlap counts, because Eratico's outlap counted as well. And now I don't go through, but Eratico's outlap counts. That's weird.
No, we'll just discount Eratico's outlap.
It doesn't change
No,
anything.
of course
And
not.
also, why,
I
you know...
did this because I got told Eratikoi is outlap
Please,
counted.
can I just say one thing?
Yeah, that I don't.
Next time we're making a track, can you please not make the outlap the same speed as the fucking lap?
Oh yeah, it's my fault, of course.
Now, I'm not saying it's your fault. All I'm saying is that shouldn't be happening.
Yeah, but what can I do about the track that it's like this? What can I do about that? I just recreated the track itself. Me or he? I can't do anything about the fact that the pit lane is behind the starting line. Yeah. It doesn't, cause I got told Eratico's outlap counted, so I didn't finish my lap. So that's like saying, okay, Max got a 5-second time.
I mean, we could just have Nick do a redo of his lap. Because if we have Nick Alex's lap, realistically, Nick should be able to set lap time anyways. There's issue, and also everyone. Oh well, right. Realistically, no one is gonna come here happy. I fucked up. I admit that, because I was not gonna lie, I was a bit half asleep. Whilst going slow, wow.
Okay. So
we
I
all get
need
to
to
go
go
back
using
now.
the outlap.
Do we all get to a whole
I have no problems to reset the lap times, by the way.
But then how does he get some? Like a second time? I don't care, I have to face him next. No.
Tell me when I can go.
Oh my lord.
Ladies and gentlemen, sorry for the delay. Nick will redo his hot lap under FA decision here in. So he has to go slow on his outlap as requested by the FIA, and we await, and he will redo his hot lap. In the meantime, we'll have a quick interview with Never Heated, and
Oh no, you've probably just made it worse for yourself.
welcome, Never Heated, and obviously congratulations, you're through to the semi-finals. And what do you think of Formula Racing's mistake on that final turn?
Quite lucky, to be fair. I thought I was out, and I didn't know how he was doing. I just heard your commentary, and yeah, fortunate that he crashed.
Yeah, obviously he went faster in the first and second sector, and he ruined that.
Yeah, I don't know how people are going so fast, to be honest.
It's understandable, and but you seem to be confident around the track, though. Obviously, it wasn't a great lap from you in that quarterfinal, but you seemed confident around the track in the normal qualifying.
Yeah, I kind of like the tracks, so that helps, but I'm just not fast in it.
Yeah.
Didn't have many laps to warm up. I had probably about 10 to 15 laps, so yeah, hopefully before the race tomorrow I can set a few good times on that.
Yeah, obviously congratulations on you making it through to the semi-finals, and I hope you get through to the finals yourself.
Yeah, I probably won't now. Nick's just redone his lap. I believe that was faster. Maybe.
Yeah, and congratulations. And congratulations to you, and once again, make it to the finals. Do the British boys proud, and thank you.
Well, you kind of didn't help me here.
Yeah, alright, have a good one.
Can I? Can we redo last week's race then, since he got to...
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, just
Yeah.
in the most friendliest way, because it's family friendly. Fudge off. Okay, right. So through goes Nick now. Nick goes through to the semi-finals against Never Heated. So it'll be Never Heated versus Never Heated versus Nick, and Yusuka versus sorry, not Alex Dong. It will be, sorry, apologies. I need to double check. It's been a while since that went through. It will be Nick versus the man himself, Never Heated, his possible championship rival, and the person that could take championship from him in the next upcoming races. And it will be, apologies, Ollie versus Yusuka. So tough qualifying. We just await for qualifying 1 to happen, and we wait for Oli versus Yusuka, but Yusuka isn't here exactly, so I believe Oli goes through. I'm not too sure for you. Yusuka, we wait for Yusuka to join, so possibly. Just give me 2 seconds.